Okay, so it's been a little while since I've done this, so please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see the game, all of like the important things. If you could just let me know that that's all working before we get, into everything. I did just sit and record a video, so I hope that the audio actually works. And yeah, we can hunt some Intisuyu. I love this reserve. It's so good. It's just a peak map. You can all hear me? Fantastic. Thank you so much. Let me just get comfortable, get the mic so that it's actually, in a decent place. Can hear me loud and clear. Game is also visible. Thank you, Ender. So hi, Ender. Hi, Shio. Hi, Nipford. Hi, Odinson. Gosh, I can't speak. Hi, Riley. Hi, Jumbra. Hi. Hi, Elephant Puppet. How is everyone doing? So, what was I actually doing the last time I signed off? Looks like Jaguars, based on the time. Oh, Ender, thank you so much for becoming a minion. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's so very kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I never know what to say other than thank you. Very kind of you. I really appreciate it. Hi, No Bad Days. How you doing? Gosh, it feels really weird to be streaming again. I am so bad at this, so do forgive me. Yeah, let's hunt some Jags, just to get started. And I will refill my tapir feeders as well, just in case, because they do show up to them, so it's always worth doing. And then we will go and shoot some things. And during the stream, if anyone has any questions about anything to do with the map, please do feel free to ask, because I am more than happy to sit and answer the questions. It's 3 AM and I was just craving some more Intisuyu content to keep you awake. Best timing possible. Yay! Oh, 3 AM. Yeah. I was awake at 3 AM as well. It's now 11:27 AM. Where should we start? Where should we start? Let's run this way. You're grinding gators, Ender? Nice. Hopefully you get that diamond. Hopefully. Well, we already have fleeing tapirs, so that's interesting. Did I go to the wrong tent? I did, that's why. I meant this one. I'm being bad, cause stream. What's Jag home range looking like? Okay, I can show you exactly now that I actually have the map in front of me whilst I do this. So, Jaguars go up and down this coast, basically like where I have my feeders for tapir, and they drink at the lakes closest to like where the coast is, so they don't go to the other lakes, just these ones. They drink along this bit, but I literally only have a couple of zones, and they're females now. Yeah, there's females there. And then I have, like, a zone here that's females, yeah. And I didn't see any more going this way. And then I have, like, one zone here that's a female. So that they're basically this, like, it's almost like a weird T-shape. Like, this part of the map. They're really not that spread out. It's pretty easy to actually hunt them. I've not had any problem hunting them, as you've probably seen, based off of the video from yesterday. And, like, running the coast is just like running the coast for crocodiles on Emerald Coast. So, you imagine just doing that, but for Jags, it's basically the same thing. Hi, Riley. You just got off work, now heading home for the weekend? Nice. You're playing Call of the Wild, just got killed by a tiger when you started streaming? Oh gosh, the tigers, they do be a thing. See, look, there's a Jag right there. That's, like, it's not hard. They're not, like, rare to find. There are 2 legendaries on the map at the minute, and I'm just not shooting them. Because my hope is that if I leave those, I can get, like, 1 or 2 small ones to just leave. I'm not grinding, per se, but it's just, I'm just not shooting the 2 9s that I have. So that would be my 3rd and 4th level 9. But, like, you can see, like, we're just running straight at this cat. They're not extremely sensitive. They're not in any way hard to hunt. Everyone keeps saying, like, oh, they're going to be so hard to grind. I do not think so. And people saying, like, they seem to have, like, really small population. I also disagree. You're taking your butt in a pool when he's on, and he doesn't know about tigers, so you know what you're using as bait? Lol. That'll be brilliant. The rares on this map all look incredible. Can't wait to get your hands on this map. It's an amazing map. And yeah, all the animals look so good. All the rares look amazing. We actually have I just recorded a video, literally just before I went live, featuring 3 trophy tapirs, a max level and 2 rares. So that will be out later. And talking of rares, one of them in particular I think is really beautiful. Hi Cillian, you remember you used to watch me in the start of Sundar and this reminds me of those times? It reminds me of those times as well. Like, it's the same vibes, especially when I posted the Jag video yesterday, because a lot of people asked me, they said, can I do, like, a similar video on the Jaguars to what I did on the Tigers, showing off, like, the behaviour and some of the furs and stuff. And on that video, I think it was, someone told me to stop hacking. Which, obviously, it's early access. That's not a thing. As if, you know, I don't hack anyway. But it's early access, so it's just not happening. I had the exact same yesterday on the Jag video. Someone said, stop hacking. And so I've now been accused officially twice of hacking in early access, which is really funny to me. And it's both big cat videos for new maps, which I just think is hilarious. You were talking with Crow and he said it was going to be worse than Fox? Nah, no way is it going to be worse than Fox. Even without, like, doing any form of herd management, like I just said, I've got 2 level 9s on the map and I already have a diamond. And I'm not grinding them super intensely. Like, if we look at my map, you can see I have all kinds of zones for, like, capybara, tapir, caiman. We have over here where I've been hunting Western Mountain Coati. We go over to this side of the map and you can see, like, all the hunting I've been doing. Like, you can see I haven't just been focused on Jags. And yeah, I've had no problem with them at all. So, they're not going to be worse than Fox. Not in any way, shape or form. They're really easy to hunt. And half the time, like, if you don't see them, if it's a slightly denser area, they turn around and chase you. And then, if you know one's stalking you, one of the things I found to do is either back up into an area that's clearer, or just stand still and watch the brush, and normally you can get a shot. And because they don't kill you in one hit, you hear a growl, get your gun out, take the scope off, and just wait. Like, it's really not... It's not a bad problem. I do get killed by them, but then you just go back and get it the next time. Where do Jags drink? So, as I was saying before, they drink sort of... I'm going to draw along where they drink. It's so hard to get the movement right, but yeah, basically that, in like a T shape. Dang, that's a lot of zones. I told you, like, I've been telling everyone, I've been working so hard, like, going through this map, hunting everything I possibly can, like, getting all the, trying to get most of the POIs anyway, there's a few I haven't got, and just, like, finding all the times for all the animals, and literally everything I've seen, I've been shooting, for the most part, so it's been a lot of work. I take early access very, very seriously. Because I know it's a privilege. I don't underestimate that I'm lucky. And I'm guessing there's a Jag here that I didn't see. Now, did it run? Or is it coming to eat me? Because I'm playing without sound, by the way. I decided not to put my headphones in. Because my ears have been bothering me. So that's a max weight male. I would guess he's probably hunting me. So I'll just go this way and stand still a minute. And just see if he comes and tries to eat me. And if he does, then we will try and shoot him. Hi, Gaming Primo. No, I don't have any idea about the new multi-mounts because they are mission locked. Like, normally, one of the first videos I do on Early Access is a multi-mounts video. I will go through, I'll make all the multi-mounts, I show off all the poses and stuff. Simply not possible in this Early Access because they are locked behind missions. And I'm not touching the missions until after full release. For a few different reasons, but yeah, just I can't do that as per normal. And I don't want people to think that it's like, I'm just not bothering. I just simply cannot actually go and access the multi-mounts, unfortunately. So, no idea what they are. I would hope that they're pretty cool based off of the animals that we've got and stuff with this map. But I guess we will have to wait and see. How many kills am I in? No idea. I don't count when I am grinding, but I'm not actually grinding. I'm just shooting Jaguars because they're a new thing on the new map. This isn't a grind yet. Like I said, there are 2 9s on the map. I'm being fully honest about that. They popped up while I've been shooting things to try and get rares. And I'm just leaving them for now because I know I will probably want them when I do fully start grinding. Do they respawn in the same area for the most part? I mean, kind of. I don't know whether this guy has just run off or not. I'm not going to just stand here. If he starts biting me from behind, we'll try and get him. But yeah, no, they don't... It's such a small home range anyway. And like I said, half of it's like the coast, which is so open. So it's really not a problem. You hope there's a Jag and came a multi-mount? Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I'm guessing he did flee. Just didn't see him. But it's because I'm also watching chat, so... I'm not gonna be... No, that's Cayman. Not gonna be as, you know, on the ball as I would be if I was just focused doing this by myself. The Ocelots might be your favourite. The Ocelots are great. I love the Ocelots. Don't hear any growls, think I'm good. Is there a Jag Great One strat yet? I have no idea. I have not been keeping up with other people, like, and their Jag hunting, if I'm honest. Because not because of any other reason other than I have just been so locked in. I have been so freaking locked in. Like, we got early access Monday. Right? Monday morning, if I remember correctly. And I'd been awake most of the night at that point anyway. But as soon as we got early access, I just jumped on. And I was on that until, like, the next day's morning. I think I went through, like, 3 charges of my controllers. Which is crazy. Just literally, I just went from point to point, unlocking the map, made notes of any max levels or anything interesting that I saw to be able to go back to, and then just went full throughout the map, trying to find all the zones and everything. So it's been an interesting process, but I have just been so locked in to just trying to get as much content out of this as possible, especially because we only had a couple of days. So I've just been really trying to work on my map, which has paid off, as we have seen. If there's not anything... Yeah, so we're coming up to the outpost. So then what I'm going to do is hop to here. But yeah, we're not going to spend the whole time on Jags. If someone in the chat wants me to go and hunt a particular species, we will. Like, anything. Especially if it's a new species, I don't mind going to hunt anything. It's really only the like collared peccary and whitetail that I'm not as interested in hunting. Even those I've shot. I think I've shot a few whitetail, but not any peccaries. Just so many peccaries everywhere. But I knew people wanted to see the Jags, so there's quite often one along here. This is actually where my albino female was. She was over there. You want me to hunt capybara? Can do. Got plenty of capybara zones. Plenty of capybara zones. I haven't shot as many of those as I would actually like to. They operate very similarly to beavers, the capybara. They'll feed like next to the water, you shoot one, they all dive down, wait a couple minutes, they come back up. So you can sort of just sit and wait and pick them off. Hi Teak, how are you? It's good to see you. Hope you are having a good day. There's a jag. Black one it looks like, mythical. How rare are the Jaguar rares? I would say they're the actual rares, not melanistic or charcoal melanistic, because neither of those are rare, but like the pseudo-melas and the albinos, those seem to be really, really rare, and, you know, we don't know what other fur types they might have yet, because again, it's still early access, there's only a few of us playing, so it's hard to say. Random question, any clue if EW will do what they did, you believe, with ASCII, where they let non-partner creators with a certain sub-count access to EA during the last 1 or 2 days? I have no idea, unfortunately. That's not something that I know about, unfortunately. Otherwise I would answer you, but yeah. What's the difficulty of grinding the Jags? It's not hard. Yeah, it's a bit time consuming, maybe, but it's not hard, like, run around at the lakes or the coast where they are. Oh, he's just their drink time's just ended. Hello, can you go alert, please, and not run off? Thank you. Ideally, like, stand up, though. Like, ideally. Oh, well, he's aggro. Again, people saying that they're not, like, super aggro. They're exactly the same as tigers, in my opinion. The only difference is that you can really, like, generally you can save yourself, whereas tigers you can't. You're so tired, Teak. Ansel's still not well. Oh, I'm sorry, Teak. That sucks. Damn. Do I think they added something like haggis for Peru? Honestly, I have no idea. Again, not doing the missions, I bet if there's going to be any hints to anything, that'll be mission related. So this is a male charcoal mela, by the way. Very different to the female charcoal melas. They have like a grey undercoat, the females, but these guys have like an orangey undercoat. But they're very pretty. My goal, other than obviously a great one, Jag, would be diamond melanistic and charcoal melanistic. But yeah, not rare. Not rare, not rare. But they will drink all the way up the coast and stuff. But it does appear that it is past their drink time. So now, if we're going to go capybara, let's go for their morning zones, because it's just nicer. I forget what time it is. 7 to 10. Yeah, we'll do 7 to 10. Melanistic in Jaguar, not rare. Yes. So, not rare. Melanistic isn't rare. Melanistic charcoal isn't rare. Pseudo-melanistic is rare. That's one badass cat. Yeah, exactly. Like I said in my Jag video, just because something isn't rare doesn't mean it's not beautiful. And I think that's very evident with the Jags. Like, just because the fur type isn't rare doesn't mean that they're not absolutely gorgeous. So, I'll put the time, do this again, just to make sure. Rate the Jaguar grind out of 10 for difficulty? 5. And I'd just say that's maybe because it's time consuming and, you know, they are solo, so they will move, but, like, it's a limited home range. And I would imagine, I don't know, because I don't claim to be the world's best grinder, but I would imagine that if you can get a couple of lower levels, that's just going to push the population, like, the balancing for herd management. So, kind of like tigers, I guess, but maybe you'd need a couple more small ones because it's not as small a population as tigers. There's way more jags than tigers. I would say 30 to 40 at least. At an estimate, by the way. I'm just estimating based off of what I've seen. But, yeah, I would say it's not that bad. It's just going to take some time. And if you're willing to just spend time, you don't have to herd manage them. Like I said, I've had 4 level 9s from just shooting them looking for rares. So here we have Capybara. Do they have more rares than pseudo-melanistic and albino? No one knows. I haven't seen any other creators get any other rares. As far as I know, I'm the only person that's had any rare jags. So we don't know. We simply do not know until people go and find them after early access. That's why I'm the best? Thank you. I don't think I'm the best, but I appreciate it. So these guys do go to level 5, and it does appear that it's the females that are the big ones. And max weight for them is 70 kg. But if we shoot this one, they're going to do the same thing that beavers do. So you'll see they'll dive down, all of them. And then if we just wait, they should pop back up. Hello? Hi. We have a caiman just sneaking in. The caiman, they've got a bit of a personality, I feel. Like, they pop up at the worst times and stuff. They kind of make me laugh. I really do find them quite personable. I like them. Yeah, so there you go. Popping back up. They probably have erythristic. Yeah, I would hope the Jags do, but, you know, again, until we see more, it's hard to say. I can't say because it's not like we're told. Oh, that shot just didn't go through the water. I need an AI for the where are the Jags found questions. Yeah, I had a lot of those yesterday evening. Like, after embargo lifted and I posted my videos, I basically just sat in the official Discord in the Peru chat answering all the questions. He's after my Cappy, probably. Wouldn't be surprised if Jags had the same amount of furs as tigers. Nah, not at all. Like, they're very similar in every other way, so it wouldn't surprise me if they've got, I don't know, leucistic or a white variant that isn't albino, and maybe some other variants, like you said, like erythristic, kind of like the gold tigers. So, yeah, I expect there's a few, probably. Have I seen Pablo in my map? No, I have been to the Sanctuary, but as far as I was aware, I thought he was only to do with the missions, so... Oh, this one had its eyes closed. Well, into the spine, but not a problem, because I'm just culling them. Again, their feet. They have such unique feet. These guys in the tapir, they're such unique animals, and I really think they did them well. Hairy potato animal. Hi, PT. I assume that there's, you know, several new multi-mounts, but unfortunately they are mission locked, so can't see them until the missions are done. Speaking of furs, do I know if any rare Coati furs? You'll be hunting those QTs when the DLC drops. I haven't seen anyone get any, and I haven't found any myself. The one thing I will tell you is they exist in huge groups. Huge groups. So they're pretty easy to hunt. Like, you use a 22, get a decent angle, and you can just sit there and pop them. Can we see the lodge after your hunt? Yeah, sure, not a problem. He's just not gonna come back now and just make me look like a liar. Okay. Oh wait, did one just... I thought I saw something break the surface. Okay, never mind. Where do I have more morning zones? Might be down here. Cappy... Tapir... Like, you can see these are all different times and stuff as well. Like, look at that. There's one in the evening and one in the morning. One in the morning. So it's like I've been doing these coastlines and there's just the map in general at different times. Let's just run along and see if we see any more along here. So far, Pooch is the only one who found him then. 99% sure Pooch said he did no missions. Huh. He maybe is just walking around the sanctuary then. To be honest, like, the sanctuary was the first part of my unlocking the map. So I unlocked it, and then I skedaddled off into the mountains to go to the next outpost. Any rares I'm aware of for Tapir yet? Yes, and I have 2 of them in a video later today. Again, I haven't seen anyone else get rare Tapir. I have just been, like... I don't know if it's just because I've been killing everything, just en masse, slaughtering everything, trying to get the different rares. But I've had some decent luck. Oh yeah, ocelots do drink along the coast, by the way. So you will have the ocelots along here in the morning as well, which is fantastic. It's very nice for hunting the ocelots. Oh, thank you, Christian. Have a good one. I tried to see if any of the new species can occupy the log or rock mount in the lodge? No, I haven't actually. Good question. Can do that when we go to the lodge. See, like, you've got all the caiman led up here, like you would expect from hunting crocs. No focus on this map, but did I find more haggis? No, I've only had the 5. I never found my 6th one. I did hunt for it a lot, but I didn't find it. Do the feeders work any better that I've noticed? To be honest, the only feeder I've really been using is this salt lick for the tapirs. And because the tapirs are solo, it's hard for me to judge, really. They've been working very well, honestly, for me, for the tapirs, I'd say. I've had like 3 or 4 at the feeder at once. But it's like, I guess I'd need to test it really with something like Wild Boar. Female ocelot. Oh yes, big Angie. Big Angie. They're such nice models. There we go. Smoked. Thank you so much, Mooshmallow. I really appreciate that. Thanks for another question. Do the new bears, spectacled bears, have random generated furs? Saw Flinter find 2 different furs for them, but they were both called X marked. No, they do have like what do I want to say? Like variations. They're not randomly generated, but there's several variations. So just off the top of my head, there's X mark, there's minimalistic mark, there's abundant markings, there's spectacled marking, glasses marking, sorry, messy markings. There's so many different types, like, and then within those there appears to be variants as well. More capybaras. These dark brown colour ones always make me think that they're melanistic, and they're not. I would like it if they were melanistic, but they never are. And I've never had, like, really good luck with any kind of big capybara. I've had, like, 1 max estimate level 4. Hello! Talking about you guys being rude before. Sometimes it's weird, because sometimes the shots penetrate the water no problem, and then other times it's like, it just doesn't. Which makes things difficult. You like the rifle? Yeah, I'm using the 3006. The Hanson 3006. Very good gun for this map. Hi. That. Hello. Do you need help? Have you perhaps glitched? You have very lovely teeth. Hello. Hello. What's up? We have a friend now. Do I know if both friends? Do I know if both friends? Do I know if both male and female capybaras can make dine? As far as I've seen, I think it's just the females. It's the females that seem to be the big ones. What time is it for me right now? 11:55 a.m. See, that went through the water. Yeah. They're gonna flee and be scared again. Yeah, I'm not sure what his problem was. How does the haggis spawn work? Sorry, is that related to the new map? No, it's fine. So you need to do the first 2 main missions on Scotland, story missions, and then it just seems to be spending time on the map, running around looking for it, basically. And once you've harvested one, after a certain amount of time, another one will spawn. The amount of time that it takes for another one to spawn has some debate over it. I've personally found, like, every 5 to 10 hours I found another one. But there's some people that have said they found one after, like, an hour, so who knows, really, I suppose. Let's try and actually kill one ethically. That's just not going through here. That's really annoying. Like you guys saw before, the shot went through the water fine, and normally it does, but then you just have some places where it just doesn't seem to want to go through. This might be one of your 2 favourite whitetail deer maps, along with the ski ridge. It's actually a good map for whitetail. There's more capybara. In my opinion. But, there's a max weight level 4, by the way. But the only thing is, I have noticed some weird stuff with whitetail on this map. Like, I've been seeing pairs. Like, without me shooting, you know, animals out of the herd, I've been seeing just, like, 2 whitetail as a group. 1 buck, 1 doe. So, I don't know why that's a thing on this map, but it seems to be. That you can just get, like, pairs of whitetail. I don't know. It's odd. I don't know, maybe when you shoot them, if that would perhaps change things? Oh, good night, and have a good one, man. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Well, we got a couple there. That one's going to float, though, which is really annoying. Well, I guess we have to wait. Someone, think it was Crow, found out you can headshot the capybaras. Yeah, they're like the crocodiles and the caiman and stuff, as far as I know. Sure, I've mentioned it before, but what's my favourite place on the new map? Purely from an aesthetic standpoint. From an aesthetic standpoint, it's this area, I think. Or it's either this area or, like, this bit, the Youngus. Because this is, like, palm trees and really, really lush. This is kind of, like, thicker. And I guess you kind of do have palm trees here as well. But, like, if you can imagine these trees, but then just, like, open grass, lush grass, that's kind of what the Youngus is like. Also, is there a map range for the haggis spawn? And is it true that if you taxidermise it when you display it in the lodge, it shows as the traditional Scottish food? Yeah, it is literally just a plate of haggis in the lodge. And the home range spawn thing for haggis is anywhere above the river. Literally, those 2/3 of the map above the river line, anywhere in there. Anywhere. Literally to the borders. They can be anywhere in there. So, they have quite the large spawn area potential. And some people have found their haggis right on the borders of the map, so you have to be very thorough when searching for them. But yeah, when we go to my lodge, which we can do in a minute, because there's been a few lodge questions, I'll show you my haggis display. You're so excited to hunt the koati? Yeah. The koati are really cool. I like them a lot. They're funny little things. And like I said, I find them quite enjoyable to hunt. Because they are in really large groups. It's not like just one or two. Like, something I've done is this particular lake, a few times, because I've got this tent here, I've run along this ridge, and then I come to about here, I place a tripod, and then I just sit and pop the koatis in both of these zones with the 22. And this one zone, I've had like 3 max weight estimate level 4s, one of which was 0.1, I think, off of diamond. So I would say there's a good chance that they can probably make it as a level 4, but obviously level 5 is what you're looking for. I think the only animals on this map that go to level 3 are the teal, the whitetail, and the taruca. Again, shot with his eyes closed. Little level 3 male. Are there ways to display the haggis as a normal animal? Unfortunately, no. Not at the moment. It's something that's widely being requested, though. I've requested it personally, like, as well. I've said about it multiple times. I know there's, like, been whole threads and stuff, I think, dedicated to hoping that eventually we might get to see the haggis as an actual model in the lodge. I think it was to avoid it looking too fantasy, maybe, but I think if you're going to make something like that and give them all the different fur types, I'd like to be able to see the whole model in the lodge, because they're quite cool looking, you know? And they do have so many different types, and you don't really get to see that when they're on the plate. You can see the different variants, but it's a lot harder. Rando fun fact. I do remember that. It was very cool. Here we have gold capybara, 62.35. 66.5 is the diamond requirement, by the way. And like I said, the 70 kilo is the max, so this was a max weight estimate female. Double long shot with a 243. 243 does a, great job on these. It's what you'd expect for a class 4. Very cool little guys. Right, let's take a trip over to the trophy lodge then. And we'll have a look at the branch and the rock mounts. And just see if anything can be placed on there. We will see. Hi, Espino. What's my favourite animal in the new map besides the Jags? Besides the Jags, it's, I think, the Taruca and the Ocelot. They're both really, really cool. Oh, so I just put these here while I was, taking pictures and stuff in case I wanted them for thumbnails. That's the albino. Very, very pretty. And then, Pseudomela. Boy. Very cool looking. And I do think people are right that the great ones might look more muscular based off of looking at these in the lodge. We'll have to get a great one, hopefully, eventually, to compare and see the difference. Hi, Luke. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the lovely comment and for renewing your membership. Thank you so, so much, Luke. You're so very kind. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. Am I going to be showing the new multi-mounts and story once the map releases officially? Yeah. As soon as the map releases officially, I'll do a playthrough of the story, which normally I record. I might stream it. We'll have to see. It'll be the first time that I've ever been able to, stream. So, we'll see. Oh yeah, by the way, ocelots on these. Aren't these fab? Aren't these just fantastic that you can put them on these platforms? I was so happy when I discovered this. This is my diamond that I took with the crossbow. And I'm just over the moon that we can have these on these little round platforms. Look at these. They're so good. Like, there's so many good poses for them. Like, they're just brilliant. They're actually just brilliant. I'm so pleased that they took into consideration that we would probably want to put them on these small amounts. Because, yeah, it just makes them fit so nicely into the lodge. And some rares like this is going to look fantastic. But yeah, these are the haggis. So as you can see, they are on, like, the plates. Hacked, it's not legit. No, it's very much legit because this is early access. That's number 3! Oh, how do I have the map hacker? Because I'm an official content creator. Modded lad. 5 haggis hacks. Yeah, it's not the 9,700 hours of gameplay. Damn. Yeah, it's not like I'm on a build given by EW that, you know, is early access that isn't moddable. How do I have the map? Because I'm an official content creator for EW. It appears we have some trolls in the chat. So, what was it? The log and branch mount. Where do I have some space? I suppose we can just do the log mount here. So, not log mount, the platforms. So yeah, it is still on the special one. So it does appear that it's only, yeah, it's only the old ones, because I guess the bear and everything would be here in the list, yeah. So, no new ones on the rock mount, unfortunately. Branch mount. Where do I have a space that I can try? I might have to take... Ah, here. Thank you so much. Oh, Luke! Thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships, man. That's so kind. Thank you so much, Luke. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's so very kind of you. Thank you. Is there a mod to kick these trolls? I can do it if you want. Oh, No Bad Days has got it. Cool, thank you. So you can see, like, the Jags go on, and the Vicuña, and the Cayman, and all these can go on the small plaques. This. So the Jaguars can't go on there, and I'd assume... Can we see... I wonder if I grab the Ocelot. Okay. Sure, Jasper. I don't mind if your lodge is better than mine. Why do I cheat? I don't, and you can ask EW yourself. Because they've had my save file multiple times to help them fix bugs for the community. Normally story mission ones and stuff. Right, plaques. Oh no, trophies. Go to Ocelot. Then to plaques. Yeah, no, so there's no new animals that can go on the special ones. Why so many mean people in chat? I have my suspicions, Luke, of who they are. But I don't care. That's the problem. People come in and they say, like, oh, my lodge is better than yours. That's fine. I'm not playing to make my lodge better than yours. You could have a lodge that you're super proud of, and good for you. Like, it's not my prerogative to go, I have the best lodge, or I'm the best player, or I'm the best this. Like, it's really not... That's not my goal. I do this because I enjoy doing it. And that's how I have got to where I am, because I put a lot of time into the game, I like the game, and I play the game. And that is quite simply it. I don't do it for any other reason. So, if you think your lodge is better than mine, good for you. Like, it might very well be better than mine. It's really not, something I'm concerned about. New multi-mounts, yeah, there's none, so I can just show you guys. There's none in the normal mats trophy mounts bit, like where they would normally be, because they are mission unlocked. So, yeah, the first thing I did was come into the lodge and go through. Oh. This one, making memories. I did do one test to see if how the boards were working, and I did get this one, which is the 2 female capybara and 1 male capybara. So there's technically one I know about, I suppose, but that was I think that was day 1 of early access, and I tested just to see with the board, yeah. But all the other ones and stuff seem to be like behind missions, so there's one. But yeah, everything else is just the old ones, as you can see. Tiger Takeout, Gobble Gobble, all the huddles and Claw and Order and stuff. But yeah, so it seems based off of the... I kind of forgot that I'd done the Capybara one, to be honest. The last, like, few days have been crazy. But, it's like the Angler, kind of. If any of you guys played that, there was, like, the mission quest board things, where you could go and pick up quests to do that aren't mission. Well, they are missions, but they're not story missions, right? So it's not, oh, so-and-so's in trouble, go and help them. It's like, go and do a specific hunt for a specific thing. And then you'll get, like, a reward. Do you have to do missions for all the new multi-mounts, or is it just the case for the other multi-mounts? It's for all of them, yeah. Do Capybara make Diamond male or female? Female, it seems. Probably these people be acting like 2-year-olds. Pretty gross stuff said, but glad it's over. I've had worse. I've had worse. It's... At the end of the day, it's... What can I say? I'm pretty sure I know why. And if it is because of those reasons, then I just simply don't care. And again, if people want to say that their lodge or whatever is better than mine, that's really fine. People ask me to do lodge tours and stuff all the time. Like, I don't do lodge tours and stuff all the time, because I don't always think my lodge is the best. I'm actually very picky about my lodge and how it looks. So, yeah, it's not, not something that's, I don't know, gonna phase me if people think their lodge is better. And I know I'm not hacking. I would hope to anyone who's watching my gameplay, it's pretty obvious I'm not hacking. And, you know, as said, EW has had plenty of time to check over my stuff to make sure that I'm not a hacker. And if people don't know what early access is and think that that makes me a hacker because I have the map, then that's just lack of education. Like, I can explain how early access works, that I can't do any more than that, so... I'm your favourite pool or HUD streamer. Thank you, Blazon. I really appreciate that. Interesting. Did you figure out if both gender Tapir make Diamond, or is it just female? So, I have had a max level, and it was a female. However, I did also have a mythical male, right? So I don't know now if it could potentially be both. I was pretty set that it was probably just females, because I hadn't seen anything bigger than a level 7 male. But then last night, while I was grinding them off the feeders to try and get some more content for the video that's going to be out a little bit later today, I ended up finding a level 8. So I was like, okay, maybe there's a chance. The fact we were talking about accusations just a little bit earlier too makes this quite strange. It happens all the time, man. I get a lot of, oh, you're hacking and that. Like, I've had that since I started posting Call of the Wild videos. It's been a reason why I've wanted to stop posting Call of the Wild videos before. Like, because people can't seem to get into their heads that I play this, like, obsessively. I do have autism. Like, this kind of is one of my special interests. So, of course, I'm going to play it a stupid amount. And playing a game like this a stupid amount is going to mean you get a lot of trophies. That's just how it works. There's a great saying, and I'm probably not going to get it 100% right, but it's something along the lines of, I find that the harder I work, the luckier I get. And that is so true when it comes to things like Call of the Wild, right? The more time you put in, the more lucky you're gonna get. And it's not, like, necessarily luck, it's the fact that you're putting in the time and the effort, right? Can I show us Pablo? I'll have a look and see if I can find him. I wasn't able to find him before, but we can have a look. Ducks on this map suck. I do wish that it was a different duck and not cinnamon teal. That is something I do wish. Or at least that there was maybe new rares for cinnamon teal. I mean, I guess there could be new rares for them that I just haven't seen myself, and maybe people will find them. But I'm guessing there's not, because none of the old species have had any adjustments from what I can see. So, do the ocelots drink? Yes, they do. 3 to 6 a.m. Thank you, Luke. I really appreciate it. Check, please, a mountain goat rack. Okay, so I'm not going to do that for one specific reason. The mountain goats are weird right now. So because they got, like, adjustments to their tree racks, their levels are all screwed up, basically. It's not their scoring, it's just their levels. There's a lot of level 5s, and they shouldn't be level 5s. Do any of you guys remember when Mule Deer got their tree racks? Like, years and years ago. There was, like, level 6s, level 7s, and those were the diamonds, and then there was level 5s everywhere, and they weren't diamonds. That's how Mountain Goat are at the moment, and it's really, really weird. I don't really know what to do about it. So I'm kind of just not touching it at the minute until we know what's going on a little bit more. So I hope that's okay. But I'm just not quite sure what we're supposed to do with it. So I figured that I'll just wait and see with those. Hopefully they get, like, fixed or adjusted or something. If you are good, you are automatically a hacker. Please do not stop streaming. There are more people here who like to see you play than the other group. I appreciate that, Odin. Thank you. You are very kind. And you are right. There is a lot more kind people than there is unkind people, generally. But I'll admit it, I am a soft person. Like, and I do worry about things. But it's... Yeah, how do I say it? It's one of those things sometimes where you just kind of have to have a bit of time, maybe be sad about it, and then kind of just push past it. I don't know. That's how I've always done it. It's like, okay, why did this happen? And then what's interesting is normally I find out who that person was and why. Because the community generally is quite small. And then someone will say, oh, I recognise that name, or whatever. And then it's like, oh, okay, they just don't like me because I don't like AI, or I don't like, I don't know, whatever, insert here. Every time when people say Pablo, you think of Rooster's dog. Is Rooster's dog called Pablo? I didn't know that. Do the capybaras stay exclusively in the water? No, they are on land and on water. So like when they feed, if I can find a feed zone. Tapir. So like this zone here for the capybara, they'll like wander up onto the beach and then they'll dip into the water. Again, very much like the beavers over on a ski ridge. If you've hunted the beavers, it's very similar, obviously, other than they don't carry bits of wood and trees and stuff. And thank you, Elsker, I really appreciate that. And thank you, Odin. And hello, Peanut Blue. And hello, Bobby. If I missed any hellos, I'm sorry. So, yeah, there's also a few rares in the Sanctuary. That, I'm guessing, is a leucistic vicuña. And it does appear that, unlike the Sanctuary on Emerald Coast, the spawns don't change. And I think that's probably a artifact from Emerald Coast, because of, like, having great ones in people's sanctuaries and stuff, and people being frustrated by that. So, I think that they're, like, permanent spawns, because this melanistic has been here every time. Hello. Such funny creatures. Did any of you guys see the Dev Diary, where they were all, just, like, messed up? I thought they were really funny. You thought you were the only one getting annoyed by all the AI? Great one concept, they're so lazy? No, I hate AI in every way, shape and form, and I will say it. Again, I'm an honest person. If I don't like something, I'm going to say it. It doesn't matter whether it's, an in-game thing, or talking about content, or real life. If I don't like something, I will be honest about it. If I do like something, I will be honest about it. And that's how, I think you should be. And yeah, I hate AI. I will tell anybody I hate AI. Especially when it's being used to, I'd say, quote-unquote, make content, because it's not content in my opinion, but it's generally stuff like that gets people annoyed. You also realise the vicuña was being dev tested in Scotland? Yeah, it was really funny. With its, I just don't know what was going on with its legs. I was talking in the official Discord about it. Can you imagine if you were up in this region of the map, and you just hear one of the vicuña screams and see a bat coming over the hill? I would be terrified. You hope you'll have a rare in the Sanctuary? As far as I can tell, everyone has a melanistic and what I'm assuming is a leucistic. I haven't shot one in the wild to be able to confirm that that's a leucistic, that one there. But, I mean, look at it. It has the same colour pattern as other leucistics in the game, so I'm assuming it's a leucistic. I really do think it is a leucistic. But again, we will have to confirm. But yeah, I think Flinter had the same rares and the same animals, in fact, when he came to the Sanctuary yesterday. But yeah, I don't see any capybara with a hat. You saw someone go in the enclosure of the reserve? Yeah, you can literally just jump over the fence. But yeah, I don't see no capybara with a hat. But I don't know. Maybe there's something I have to do that I haven't done. Ocelots. The ocelots are very loud. The hunted Call of the Wild. Oh, the haunted Call of the Wild, the vicuña were terrifying. Yeah, like, I can't get over thinking about seeing that in the wild. I know when we were waiting for the Great One Jaguar announcement, because I said about it in my video, we got the pictures and stuff of the Great One Jaguar just a little bit early, like with the early access stuff, so that we could make a video in advance, so that when the announcement happens, it wasn't like all panic and scramble. So we had like a little bit of time to record. I've kind of forgotten what I was saying. Oh, and so talking about the Great One Jags and stuff, and everyone was waiting for the reveal to happen, and I'm sat there talking about that the vicuña is actually the Great One, and that's what you would see as the 10 Fabled. It's just the legs going everywhere. Where would I rank this reserve amongst the other reserves in the game? 19-1. Gosh, is there 19 reserves now? That's wild. I would rank this... See, it's recency bias, because I really like it. I don't know, it's got to be top 3, but I don't want to give it the number 1 spot, but then I don't really know what my number 1 map is at the minute, because I don't know, maybe 2. It might be Sundar then this, or this then Sundar, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But talking about the missions and the mission boards, I don't know if this is one, but it's an example. So you see that we have a board here, and then there's like the map, and then there's like a poster. So for the missions that are like side missions, like talking about the ones that are kind of like the angular boards, you'd be able to come and then, if this was, you know, if I had the missions switched on and stuff, I'd be able to interact with this, take the poster, and then it will give me a mission, and then you can go and do that mission. And it tells you what the reward will be. So if I picked that up and it says that I'm just going to make this up, okay? I don't know exactly what all of these say because I haven't seen them. But if it said, harvest 3 capybara, it will then say, reward, making memories, multi-mount. Like that, the multi-mount that we had in the lodge, right? So it's interesting in that way you can sort of see which ones you want to do, but then I don't know, and again, this is stuff we're going to have to experiment with, I don't know if you do sort of one mission and then you come back to the board and there'll be another mission, or if then there'll be a different thing to go and do, you see? So I guess we'll have to see. Wait, what Parquet's reference in this map? I wonder what that could mean. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because it's like the closest map to this? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. That, no idea. But yeah, the Sanctuary's neat. It's not as, like, big as Emerald Coasts, but it's going to be interesting to see how, this all plays into whatever the story's going to be. And if you guys do want me to stream that rather than just record it, I can. Just, you know, let me know. Right, shall we go up into the mountains? Let's go up into the mountains. Let's make it early morning and let's just run around and shoot a load of stuff. Do I get attacked much when running around? Honestly, not unless I'm hunting jags. Like, when I'm hunting jags, yes. Otherwise, not really. I don't get attacked that often. Hi, Justin, and welcome back, Christian. I went too far. Do jags hunt like tigers? Yeah, they're exactly the same. Exactly the same AI as the tigers. Like, their movement and behaviour and everything is the exact same. You have a question, did it fix a... Oh, did it fix fleeing birds? I'm guessing that's saying in multiplayer? Unfortunately, no idea. You know, obviously this is early access. There's only a few of us that are on the early access, and different schedules and time and stuff. I've not had the opportunity to play multiplayer with anyone, so I haven't experienced that. So unfortunately, I can't answer that. I don't know if there's if it's on the bug fix list, but I guess we will see. I guess we will see. Hopefully they have. DB Hunting, thank you so much for becoming... Wait, is it becoming a member? Yeah, becoming a member. Thank you so, so much. I really, really appreciate that. That's so very kind of you. Thank you so, so much. The felines from older maps need a remaster? Yes, totally agree. I wish they had remastered the Puma for this map, but unfortunately not. I'm on the wrong zero distance, I just realised, because of shooting the 22 before. Are they going to slow down again? Is that one gonna... That one's going to die. I would like to get that one. I know, not ethical. Again, I really don't mind. Ah, well, never mind. Map looks beautiful. It really is beautiful. Like, it's stunning up here. And like I was saying in the video, it's just so open. You can see for ages. Was the pseudo-mela jaguar uncommon or rare? The pseudo-melanistics are rare. Melanistic and melanistic charcoal are uncommon. Pseudomelanistic is rare. Thank you for this first look. You're really excited for next Tuesday? It's absolutely my pleasure. It really is my pleasure. Like, I get so much joy out of, and that's botched because I was zeroed wrong, but I love these guys. Yeah, I really do get so much joy out of being able to showcase new maps like this and get to experience them early. It is a privilege, so yeah. Unrelated to the new map, but should you have 8 or 10 main zones in your mule dig grind with extreme HM, you don't know why people pick either 8 or 10 main zones. What's the difference? So, I'll be honest with you. If you're asking for, how do I put this? Specific herd management questions, I'm not your gal. I kind of just go with the flow. I shoot what I shoot until I feel like I've only got a handful of shooter zones. I don't count zones, I don't count main zones or exterior zones, I don't count any of that. I'm just like, okay, I'm getting a lot of diamonds now, I'll just continue to just shoot these. And that is literally just how I grind. So I don't know why certain people say 10 and why some say 8. I don't know. I guess it's just whatever works, really. But yeah, I don't deal in specifics when it comes to grinding. Just go with the flow and see what sticks. You'd like to see a tapir? Sorry, you forgot to add this. Yeah, sure, we can go and hunt some tapir in a minute. I just wanted to come up here into the mountains for a bit, because I really like it up here. I don't know if that one died. The Taruca died. Not Taruca, Vicuña. And then we'll go and grab the bears. So, do I think this map would be a good map for the whitetail grind? I mean, like, if you can get your main zones up here, because there are whitetail literally in this area, that drink on the, like, I mean, look how open it is, again. If you've got whitetail zones in good places up here, and you herd manage it to, you know, how you want, I think it could be very good. Hi, Rain. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Been an interesting stream. But, it's going decently well. We're killing things, which is, you know, the important thing. And, just getting to have a look around the map. If you can blast... Oh, and I can blast another Taruca, yeah? No problem. No problem. But yeah, this is what I spent so long doing. This is how I ended up with the 2 diamond spectacle bears. Because there was, like you saw, there was 2 bears there, 2 max weight estimates, an 8 and a 7. And I just see them, shoot them. It's just so open, there's, like, no obstruction to it, so... I was just shooting Taruca, but it's okay, I can find more. Will not be difficult up here. Like, there is stuff everywhere. Really looking forward to this map. Been this excited for New Zealand last time. Yeah, and this map is way better than Tay. Like, so much better. It's just really, really, really fantastic map. Which is why I'm enjoying it so much, because it's such a different feel from all the other Call of the Wild maps as well. Open fields are your favourite place to hunt? I mean, yeah. It's a nice change of pace, right? Especially if you've been, like, grinding in heavily vegetated areas or whatever, you come here and it's all just open, and it's like, aha. Like, look, it's all the animals everywhere. I mean, I did have drink zones along here before, but I blasted everything that was in them, so that's why we're finding more. You wish they'd add a double mount for brown and spectacle bear, so all the bears could have a fighting pose? That would be cool. What's my new fave species on this map? It's hard for me to say. I think it's between Taruca, Jaguar, and Ocelot. Because they're all just cool, like... And I really want to see what rares the Ocelots have. I haven't seen any yet. Actually, no, I think I saw one on someone's thumbnail last night, but again, was quite busy with everything going on. That's an X markings mythical boy. They look so good. Like, all the different common variants. They look so good. Now, where did the other one go? It ran up this way, didn't it? Yeah, I think that's it there. Unless that's a rock. No, that's a bear. Wanna know something funny? The stats for this game: 716 hours and 8,134 harvests. Damn, roughly 6k from your grinds. Since I reset just before the Great One Roe Deer came out, I am now on 11,075 harvests, 3 Great Ones, which are the 3 Roe Deer, 80 diamonds. There's been a lot of botches, I must say. A lot of botch ones, especially for the Roe, because I was just shooting their diamonds with the 300 in the end, because I had so many. So this is an abundant markings, which kind of doesn't look all that dissimilar from that super troll that I had, the blonde-faced. You saw someone got a rare tapir. If it was in Discord, it was mine. It's going to be in the video later today. I haven't seen any other ones posted yet, but it could well be someone else's. But if it was in the Discord last night, that was mine. Why did I reset? Because I got really burnt out. I got very, very burnt out from the previous grind that I had done, and I wanted to basically just start fresh again. Sometimes I find if I'm in a bit of a... like, I just don't know what to do with the game while I'm waiting for new content or whatever, because I do constantly want to play the game. I'll just sometimes restart and challenge myself to see how quick I can do it, or, you know, stuff like that, basically. So, yeah, I basically did most of my leveling up using Roe Deer, which is how then I got the first Great One Roe before level 60. Oh, it was on a YouTube thumbnail. Also, someone else did get one. Do you know what variation it was? Like, what, fur type? Oh, I'll have to see if I can, go find that. Again, it's been so hard to keep up with everyone's. Because of, you know, we've all been so busy. You do like the bears? The bears are really cool. I like the bears. No, I don't like it, but you actually really like the blonde-faced spectacle bear? I like it in real life more than I do in game. Because in real life it's kind of... I don't know. It looks more like just an old bear. But in this, it kind of looked balding. And I wasn't a fan of that. A Harin... Oh, so Ocelot. I wonder if that's pieballs, then, looking at the thumbnail. I was just having a look at it as you typed that out. I'm guessing it. It looks pieballs. When you burn out of any game, you swap game. Yeah, see, because I make content on this, I try not to swap game. I try to, you know, find a new angle to approach, which generally, it works. It worked really, really well, and then, you know, we got the Great One Roe, and so I was doing, you know, the grind for the Great One Roe, and then there was the stuff, you know, the new map was being teased not long after, so there was, a lot of stuff to get excited. Does I get rid of the trophies? No, everything in your lodge stays. It just resets, like, people in chat are saying, your perks, your skills, your levels, your money, your maps, your XP. So, basically everything, like, in the maps and stuff, but your lodges are fine. They don't change. Apparently, Horenzo means flowery. I bet that's probably, like, some meaning of piebald. Unless it's a unique name for something that looks piebald. Maybe. I don't know. I would have to investigate more. You've seen 2 rare tapirs, one might have been yours, but the other one wasn't. Interesting. I really want to see what the other one was. You've got max score, Max weight, purple grey wild boar while doing Quattro missions yesterday. Found out after you picked him up and you couldn't believe it. Yeah, that's a really cool super rare. Heck yeah. That's awesome. Congratulations. And Christian, here is a Taruca. This is just a level 1. So they can, you know, get a decent bit bigger. If you saw the level 3 that was in my video, they can look quite impressive. And that was only a small diamond, the one that I got. So I really want to see just how big they can get. But I love how stocky and chunky they are. I really like these guys. I don't know. I just think they're really cool. And I want to see what rares they have. Not seen... I don't know if I've seen many rares for these guys. I might have seen one, I'm not sure. But then I could be just misremembering. Again, it's been very, very busy. Does it reset your equipment? Yeah, it resets everything. Everything that you have, like... So if you were looking at this map, the map would be completely, like, dark again. You would have to, like, go around, do all the outposts and everything again. You've seen no rare tapir? Well, the hunter got a leucistic. So they do have leucistic. Ooh. Exciting now. Someone said they wanted to see some tapir. So, let's do this, because my feeders are good for the tapir. Using the mineral licks, because the tapir do love the mineral licks. They have been very responsive to these. The concept those antlers look 100% designed to rest a gun in. Actually, you're right. Yeah, they kind of do, huh? You could have like a skull mount of one of those as a rest for a gun. That'd be pretty cool. Right, and then we'll make it... Let's do the morning feed time, and then we can try the evening. Super excited to hunt the Jags. Tigers were your favourite in the game. You just got a white stripeless tiger on the road to a diamond. The white stripeless, I think, is so underrated. Like, okay, yes, it's not an albino. But it's so pretty. Right? It's just gorgeous. I love the white stripeless. Very, very pretty. It was one of the first rares I got, I think. I really like it. You did not think about feeders for tapirs? I didn't either until I put some of the mineral licks up in the mountains when I was hunting vicuña and everything up there. And then I remembered last night when I wanted to hunt some more tapir for today's video, which I'll probably post that not long after we finish the stream. I was like, oh yeah, it said tapir on this. So let's try that, and it worked really well. Hey, just woke up. Hi, Jay. Just woke up. Is the grind relatively easy with the feeders for the Jags? You don't need the feeders for the Jags. Like, there's no point in using the feeders, in my opinion, because the feeders, for the carcass feeders, so the ones the Jags would go to, it can only attract one at a time. And there's just so many Jags that it's just not worth it. Just go to the lakes. Like this lake here, they will drink at this lake. Just go to the lakes and hunt them. How do people still grind tigers? I thought it got patched. No, what got patched was an exploit where people could just farm multiple like diamonds and rares with no effort. And when I say farm them, I'm talking like codexes full of diamonds, full of super rares. It was bad. So what they did was they just tweaked some things to make it so that can't happen. You can still, quote-unquote, grind them. They just don't function quite the same way. So, yeah, they're still very grindable. I mean, my super rare tiger, I got that after the patch. It was actually the day before, well, like a few hours, in fact, before my birthday. And I was just hunting them occasionally whilst hunting the, Great One Tar. I occasionally would go and shoot tigers, mainly for hunting pressure reasons. And then I ended up getting a diamond pseudo-mela, and that was with no herd management or anything like that. So I was really proud of that trophy. Unfortunately, because so many people got super rares using that exploit, a lot of people weren't as excited about it as I was, but to me it's a really, exciting trophy. And again, I play this game for myself. at the end of the day. I share the clips and everything because, you know, I like to share the excitement. But that trophy means a lot to me. It was pure luck, and I was super hyped by it. You just go to tiger drink zones, they bounce around though. Yeah, it's exactly the same as the Jags will be. Do you know anywhere where you can see what feeders work on the new species? So basically you have to place them down and then find out. So like when you place this down, it says, when you go to refill it, Vicuña, Whitetail, Tapir, and Taruca. Which tiger rare is the black and white? That would be the pseudo-melanistic white, or just the white tiger. So whoever wanted to see tapirs, here we go. Very, very cool. Again, such unique animals. I think they're such a cool addition to the game, I really do. Something very, very different to anything else that existed in the game prior. And as far as I know, these guys only have 2 commons, which is the brown and the brown-grey. I think the brown-grey is my favourite. It looks more like what I think of when I think of a tapir in real life. So, am I going to show the new multi-mounts when the map comes out? And are the new multi-mounts in the missions? Yes, the new multi-mounts are in the missions. And yes, I do intend to either do a stream or a, like, recorded version of me going through and doing all the missions, and then I can show the multi-mounts then. So we'll see. If people want me to do a stream on it, then I can do that. But we'll see what people want. I think this is an ocelot that's been here, yeah. Ooh, big 7. 5. They're alert and alarmed because of the caiman, yeah. And there's a little ocelot. I guess we'll pop that. Seeing as the tapir are running away. You're screaming. Does it not show what the feed is attracting the codex now? No, it doesn't currently for the new map, for this map. What do I mean by in the missions? So literally, as you go through the missions, instead of getting like a weapon or something like that as a reward, you're gonna get multi-mounts. I did do one test. And I do have the footage of when I did that, but again, I just wasn't sure about everything, so I've just kind of kept it on the back burner. Where it basically, I had to do a couple of things. It was like a side thing. And then I got the multi-mount, which was the Making Memories, which is like 3 capybara. So, yeah, it's interesting. That was me. You want to see the tapirs? Thank you. They're really cool animals. Yeah, they really are. I really like them. They're something that's definitely captivated me more than I thought they would when, you know, I saw them on the species list. And here we have tiny little ocelots. The fact that they drink on the coast is really cool, and I didn't even realise that they did until yesterday when I was doing this, so this pleases me, because when I start really, really hunting for a rare, you know, like when multiplayer comes out and the map's out for everybody, the coast is definitely going to be an area that I check. You wonder how many new multi-mounts there are? I'm going to say 3. If I had to bet, I'm going to say 3. I think 3 sounds like a solid amount for a new map. Nugget, thank you so much. You're going to go do your own thing now. Have fun, everybody. Thank you so much for the $2 dono. I really, really appreciate that. Oh, and I can do the heart. There we go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's so awesome. Thank you. You love how the coast is just a massive riverbank on the Amazon? Yeah, it's really cool. It's a nice area, and it's very pretty, I think. It's, like, aesthetically pleasing. Like, with the god rays, look, coming through there. Look how pretty that is. Keep that for potential thumbnail backgrounds. And then I'm going to fast travel to here, and we'll check this other feeder. Yeah, you feel like 3 sounds about right? Yeah, 3 I think is... I'm trying to think. I think Scotland had 3. Claw and Order, Buck and Brock. I want to say there was one more. 3, a 6, and a 4. See, they're quite good for the tapir, considering they're, you know, solo animals. These bits of wood keep catching me off guard, and I think that they're like a rare ocelot or something. Got the 6. And then we'll just fill this one with lead until it dies. There we go. You're sure one includes the jag and a species? So you've got one for cappies, and then you guess one for caiman? Yeah, that sounds about right. That would sound very sensible. The badger, the mink, and the pine marten. That's the one I'm thinking of. Ah, that's it. Yes. The boar multi-mount also came with Scotland. Oh, it did. Good point. Forgot about that one. Those logs troll pooch so bad it was priceless. It's so... They really do catch you. Does tapir go up to 9 legendary? Yes, they do. And so far, I have only seen a legendary female. But I have seen a mythical male. So... maybe they can both get there? What are my top 3 favourite maps in the game? Sundar Bhutan, Intisuyu, and either a ski or Rev. But I've spent so... The problem is, I love Rev on Thule, but I spent so much time on it trying to get a Diamond Mountain Hare that I kind of killed the map for myself. So, I don't know. Oh, speaking of Jags. Hi. Well, poor guy never uses a bow and was using the crossbow and thought they were caiman. Lol. Oh, bless. I would do something like that. Wonder how the jag grind will work? It's not as bad as people are gonna have been making out. Like, literally, they're not in very much of the map. If anything, I think the thing that's gonna take time is, like, if you want to herd manage them. Like, if you want to get 1 or 2 smaller ones and then have bigger ones. Hi. Well, I think... Oh, it would help if I didn't miss. I think I still missed. There's another... Oh, that's a level 7. Did we get her? I don't think so, so we'll just put another one in her so that she dies. Yes, 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 all the things here. Hang on. Hi. Oh, they were at that feeder. I guess we were just a little bit too close. With all the banging going on from all the shooting. There's an ocelot over there. See, there's so much going on with all the animals on this map, it's great. You're going for 4 or maybe even 5 if EW are feeling really generous. What, Great One Jags? I don't know how many I'm going to go for. I'm worried, okay? Not because I'm worried about how the grind will be. I'm worried for one reason. That is that my roe deer grind, number 3, took 7,000 kills. And that was herd managed. Excuse me, Mr. Cayman, knocking me further into the water. There he goes. Oh, it's actually a she. Bruh, that was rude. I just want my tapir. Yeah, and 7,000 jags would take a lot. So if it's anything like my last roe deer grind, we'll be lucky if I get 1. You say your top 3 are probably a ski Sundar and then probably Rev or Scotland. Oh, see, Scotland is so good as well. Man, see, that's the problem when it comes to, like, ranking maps and stuff. I immediately forget maps that I love so much. How would you herd manage Jags if they only have solo zones? You literally, like, any other solo. basically, you have, say, okay, right, I'm gonna say, I'm pulling these numbers out of thin air, so nobody go and say, oh, Mel said there are 40 Jags on the map. Say there are 40 Jags on the map, right? And 20 are male and 20 are female. Obviously the females don't matter. So say you have 20 males, and they're all solos. So you shoot those males, and you get, you know, one's a level 7, one's a level 8, one's a level 9, and then there's, you know, another level 8, another level 7, there's a level 6. You find out what the minimum level is for Jaguar, which I'm guessing is going to be 5. I've had a couple of level 6s, but I think it's going to be 5. I think so. So you'd get, like, a level 5, and then you just don't shoot that. And then if you get another level 5, you don't shoot that. And then it affects the whole population. It's not just that specific herd. Like, if you're talking about it as in terms of herd management. It's not the herd it affects the whole population. So if you had 2 or 3 or 4 smaller level Jags, that's gonna alter the balance into trying to give you, like, maybe some bigger Jaguars, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Again, I'm not the expert on the herd management and all of that, and I don't claim to be. 7k is rough. Have I heard about Pooch's struggles with boar? Yeah, I have, and I feel really sorry for Pooch. Like, he is a trooper. He's worked so hard, and I take my hat off to him because I know how bad long grinds are, so I can appreciate that, but damn, just incredible to keep going with it. Favourite map is possibly Revontuli. Revontuli's a good map. Very good map. You think since Emerald Coast, every map they have released has progressively gotten better? I would agree. I would very much agree. It would be so amazing if we got customizable multi-mounts. For example, the flea state wouldn't just be for reds, but you could put any other type of deer. Yes, yes, yes. I've been saying this for a long time. Make it so that, especially animals that use the same movement rigs and animation rigs. So looking at the tiger rig, right? The Jaguars use the same animation rig as the tigers. We can see that. And in the lodge, they use the same poses, right? So if we could have a Jag and then, like, a Taruca instead of a tiger and a Barasinger, that would be really, really cool. Like, just have the same mount, but with the different species. The river's edge looks really nice. It is really nice. It's very relaxing to hunt along here. Hi, Addicted to the West, how are you? Man's at 13k plus on board. Yeah, that's wild. I'm so glad his community's really supportive, because there's nothing worse, I can attest to this, than when you're on a long grind and people are like, how have you not got it yet? Come on. And it's like, I'm trying. It can definitely get in your head a little bit with some of those longer grinds. Do snowies use the same as those two? No, snow leopards actually have, like, a kind of different set of animations. They're kind of unique. But yeah, tigers and jags use the same rig. Do you know what? I want to go and shoot the 2 9s. I am just going to go and shoot them. Should we go and shoot 2 level 9 jags? Lou Tapir isn't that cool. Kind of looks like a common. Interesting. Hi, again. Apparently all my tents are in, like, the best places. She knew I was going to shoot. Mean. But yeah, we're going to go and kill the 2 9s that I know are about. Where do Puma fall then? What animation rig are they like? Not like lions. Puma and snow leopard are the same. That's it. Yeah, puma and snow leopard. Or at least very, very close to the same. Have I found anything interesting today? Well, I know there's 2 level 9 jags on the map. I haven't found anything interesting during the stream. But, I am going to go and kill the 2 level 9 jags. Because I want to. And I know they're there, and it's bothering me. So, we're gonna go and kill some jags. Even if it's just these two. I know exactly where they are. Or at least one of them. One of them might have moved. Okay, so the leucistic tapir looks way better in game than in the harvest screen. Harvest screen makes it look brown, but it's more of a light grey colour. That's the problem with the harvest screen, is it makes things look the wrong colour? Like, I've always had that problem with the harvest screens. It's that lake. But we'll stop at this lake on the way. Do Puma have a multi-mount? Yeah, so they can be in the collision multi-mount, and you can either use a Puma or a mountain lion with the blacktail. Unrelated to Call of the Wild, but the new Lone Star is so cool. They're a bunch of beavers running around, and they're so cute. On Fishing Planet? I've had a friend of mine sending me some pictures and stuff about Fishing Planet, so I might have to pick it up again. The problem is, every time I'm like, okay, I'm going to get back into Fishing Planet, something happens, and then I never have time for it. It's very pretty when you see it on the map. You really like it, TBH. This is why I like to spend so much time looking at cool animals in this game, whether it's rares or great ones or whatever. Just because they always look better on the hoof or on the paw, whatever, than they do in the harvest screens. The lighting in the harvest screen isn't quite right. It's kind of like honey-toned lighting, where it distorts the colour. I know when I go to make my thumbnails, because I quite often use the inspect screen, and then you can like remove the background on Photoshop, and then you can have just the animal. And I know I quite often have to adjust the colours to make them way closer to like what they were in game versus what they look like, you know, in the harvest screen. And thank you, Addicted to the West, I really appreciate that. Dan, because you're on a work trip till Wednesday, Max? Oh, goodness. That's unfortunate. Hi, the Cowboy Sorry, I can't speak. The Cowboy Coyote. How are you? You really enjoying the stream? Thank you, Luke. I'm glad you are. I'm very glad you are. You wish the Jags wouldn't have their drink time at night. I mean, it's probably realistic, but still, yeah, I kind of wish it was early morning. If Ocelot drank at this time, and Jag drank at Ocelot time. Does that make sense? If they could have been, like, swapped, would have been nice, but I don't hate it. Because they are solos, I have had 2 in one zone, but that's just because they've spawned there. It's not like they're a pair. It's 2 solos that have ended up in the same place by chance. So generally it is just 1 per zone you're shooting, so at night, you know, if it's a herd of something that drinks at night, it can be really annoying because of trying to get your follow-ups and stuff, but when it's just a single animal, it's not as bad. Hey, K-Flow, how are you doing? Hope you are well. Currently trying to catch all the monster fish for the new lodge. Lone Star Monster is causing you a lot of problems. I hope you get it. Oh yes, there is also the Puma / Mountain Lion mount with the Roosevelt elk. That is very true. I am stuck on a tree. There's a female Jag here, if I remember correctly. There's also, like, those tapir. Damn, all the tapir. Maybe I shot the Jag. I can't remember. I might have killed her. She might have tried to attack me. But noted that there's a few tapir around this lake. Maybe I'll put a feeder here. Maybe. You hope Pumas and Mountain Lions get a remodel and a rework soon. I really wish they had for this map. Would have made them so much cooler. You'd be much better if you was playing on this map right now. I know, K-Flow. I can't wait for everyone to get their hands on the map. I really can't. It's going to be awesome. Do I have any tips for the tar grind in Tay? Actually haven't grinded tar on Tay, unfortunately, so I don't have any experience with that. I did all 10 of my tar grinds were on Sundar before they were put on Tay, so I don't really know anything about Tay and tar other than I would use feeders, probably. Sorry about that. Do I know where the caiman are located? Yeah, so all along this coast, and along this little middle river. That is it. That's it for the caiman. EW said they may consider a rework for the mountain lion and puma. Ooh. Heck yeah. How many hours do I have on the new map, if you may ask? I'm gonna say probably 2 days worth at this point. And I'm not exaggerating, because I don't sleep. And it's not by choice. I have sleep problems, and I don't sleep. So what do? When I can't sleep, I boot up Call of the Wilds. It's literally, the thing that I do when I can't sleep, so... Here is one of our legendary boys. They are both just, I think both spotted. I can't remember, maybe one's rosetted, but yeah, it's a lot of hours, I know that much. Because the very first day that we had early access, I was on it for like nearly 24 hours, so. Hi, Kraken player, how are you? And no problem, Wyvern Queen. No problem at all. Was there another one here? What is this? Ah, Ocelot. Ocelots have, like, 3 commons, by the way. Bold, fine, and rosetted. So, yeah, those are all commons for the Ocelot. So, let's see. What do we think, guys? Diamond, Troll? His estimate was 42 to 45. They make Diamond at... I think it's 43.75, if I remember, from my video yesterday. What do we reckon? Diamond or Troll? I'll wait until I see a couple of guesses in the chat, and then we'll pick him up, and then we'll go and get the other one. Diamond? It would be nice. Max score might be 45 for these guys. I wonder how big the Great One Jags can get. I wonder if it'll be like Wolf, where they score, like... And Bear, actually. Where if it could be like Wolf and Black Bear, where the minimum for a Great One is the maximum Diamond score, and then it's like 2 or 3 points over. Diamond, Diamond, Diamond Troll, Diamond. Well, let's pick him up. He is a Diamond, 44.45. And yeah, I was right, 43.75 is the requirement. I think that's bigger than my other one, right? Cool. Second Diamond Jag. And I don't know, Luke. If they have, I haven't seen them talk about it. And yeah, this thing that currently happens. What is this? It's like... I said, I talked about it in my video featuring the Jags. Like, it's a thing. I've reported it. I can't, I don't know what else to do about that, really, but it's weird. It's weird. But it's a diamond, and at least it doesn't look that way in the lodge. And the other 9... is along here somewhere. There? Mouse collared peccary. Ocelot. Like I said, he might have moved. Greisen. I realised I've been saying Greisen wrong. It's Greisen. I think he was along here somewhere. I know, we'll run this way. I'm pretty sure he's down here somewhere. Man slid down a window, looks like the puma. Why is it kind of cute in a derpy way? My brother got squished. Zoo Tycoon Jaguar. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that when they first saw it, because when it first happened to me, that's exactly what I thought of. Like the old DS Zoo Tycoon. I was like, that was exactly what I thought of. Oh, it is truly quite a special bug. Do I think I could hunt some vicuña bears or some Taruca soon? We did just do that before, but yeah, sure. Once we get this other diamond. Or potential diamond, I should say. It's probably not going to make it now because I just called it a diamond. Both are correct pronunciations, but it depends if you want the English or Spanish pronunciation. Ah. Okay. See, I look at it and my brain just immediately goes Grayson because it's an I, not an E. But I heard someone say Greason, and so I googled it so that I could, because normally if there's an animal name that I'm not sure on the pronunciation of, or just anything in general, whether it's a rifle or whatever, I'll look up YouTube videos of experts talking about that thing, because who's gonna know how to pronounce it? An expert, someone who knows what they're talking about in that field. And yeah, they were saying Greason, and I was like, oh, okay, if that's wrong, that's my bad. But I did think it was Grayson. Yes, no bad days. They do have piebald. Flinter got one, right? He sent me pictures of it. And I was like, oh, that's really, really cool. I really wanted it. You streaming earlier because of the heat, Mel? I'm just streaming because I'm awake. Partially because it's getting warm as well, but, you know, I figured I'd just do a stream at least today. I don't know if I'm going to have any content for tomorrow either, and I kind of thought, well, if I do a stream and a video today, then at least, like, I did 2 videos, and then I've done a stream and a video today, so hopefully people wouldn't be mad at me. I bet this is him, isn't it? And I've either spooked him, or he has going to try and eat me. Hello. Very old. Oh, hi. No, that's not him, because that one is melanistic. Flinter! Hello! We were just talking about you. Not in a bad way, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna do this as well quickly, so that we get, we can get that, other one. Hello, Flinter. We were just talking about your beautiful piebald Grayson, or Greason, however you're supposed to say it. It is very pretty and I would like one. Right, so, we know... Was it there? It was there, wasn't it? Right. So I know to be more careful approaching there, because there is a shadow cat lurking. Sometimes they will be up in the brush, and they do a good job of hiding. You don't like the it only goes to class 5, the crossbow? That is unfortunate. Oh lol, he was indeed a beautiful boy. He was. He was very, very pretty, and I want one. We were just taking out a couple of level 9 Jags that I knew were lurking on the map, because it was bothering me that they existed and they weren't dead. So, we got one, and he made diamond. He was quite a decent sized one. And now I'm going to find the other one, which I know was along here somewhere, but I might have deleted its zone. Jags have it out for me? Yeah. They do like to get me. Yeah, see, that was a level 7. So that's not the boy. But it was a melanistic. And again, not rare. Just pretty. Being shouted at by a caiman as well. Just realised I don't have much ammo left. We got him. Saw in editing. Okay, Phil, what an absolute doofus move. Oh, your zeroing was wrong. You were zeroed for 40 on the Vicuña. Rip. Ripperoni. I like the Vicuña. Funny things. But just blame it on being a new dad and being sleep deprived. We can blame everything on being sleep deprived. I blame 90% of my life on being sleep deprived. Is pseudo-mela rare? Yes, it is. So, melanistic and melanistic charcoal are uncommon, and pseudo-melanistic is rare. I can't speak. I have got a thundering headache coming as well. I can feel like, my skull feels like it's contracting around my brain. Slowly. Probably because I haven't had enough sleep. Beautiful boy. I really, 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 really hope I can get a diamond one of these. Like I said, they are just uncommon, same as the charcoal mellers, so there's a good chance with grinding them that eventually I could get lucky. But I really would like those for the lodge. Am I actually grinding them right now or just hunting them? Just hunting them. Just hunting them. I mean, I wasn't gonna not hunt jags. 8 and a 6 in the same zone. Even, like, before all the Great One talk and that, I was gonna hunt the jags. Are you joking? They're Jaguars. That's like putting me on Sundar Town and going, hey Mel, don't hunt the tigers. Or don't hunt the snow leopards. Don't hunt the really, really cool thing that you really, really want to go and hunt. So, yeah, I'm not... You could say I've grinded the entire map, because I've got feeders up and down the river for tapir. They're salt licks for the tapir. But, yeah, just... Hello. Capybaras. Yeah, I do be just murdering everything. Managed to get him before he fled. Nice. That's like the far east side yet? Yeah. Here you go. And you can see, like, I've got these salt lick feeders that have all just run out of bait because I've changed time again. I really wish that they, the salt lick feeders didn't run out as quickly as they do. I think it's really weird that they run out so quick, because in real life, salt licks last for ages. Like, I don't understand why they disappear so quickly in this game. It's 4 AM and you're up feeding Nolan while you watch Taxi? You're ready to be up? You'll have to check that whole river eventually. Yeah. So, Flinter, along here, capybara, tapir, ocelot's drink, 0 to... 3 to 6, sorry. Just having a brain moment. Jaguars, 21 to 0. So basically all day along here you have animals, whether it's drinking things, feeding things, jags, ocelots, tapir, caiman. Obviously, jags in the evening. All of the things. Where did the other one go? Am I blind? It's right there. Oh, that was nice. We actually had one rosetted and one spotted out of the 2 that were in that zone. But yeah, there's not like pairs. It's just, there's the other 9. Not as good an estimate, 42 to 44. But yeah, they're not like in pairs. That's not like it was a pair. It's 2 solos that have just happened to be in the same zone. Something I've noticed is generally, right, look, so those 2 jags were in this zone, right? Notice how that's also a drink zone for collared peccary and ocelot. You generally, like, see, that's an ocelot zone. That had the melanistic in, right? Generally, these zones appear in the same places. So you can make note over time of, like, okay, I have seen the jag, you know, the jags in this spot, this spot, this spot, and this spot. And then work like that, if that makes sense. They tend to appear in the same spots. There does tend to be, like, actual designated drink zone areas. And got lucky on that shot, because he actually dipped down to drink right as we took that. You really cannot wait for this map. You want to hunt for all the new stuff. Yeah, it's so good. And as requested, we will go back up into the mountains in a moment. We will just pick up this guy and see if he is a diamond. I'm expecting him to be a troll, I think. I think this one's going to be a troll. I could be wrong. He could be right at the top of that estimate. But I think he's going to troll. What I am laying out right now sounds like a way to potentially grind. mean, I suppose. Right, let's see. Oh, he made it. He actually made it. They were both diamonds. And yeah, you can see he was, like, dipping down to drink, huh? That could have been bad. But yeah, 2 diamond jags. Really nice. Now, hopefully, we can get a melanistic. Oh, here we go again. We had this earlier, Flinter. We had a crew of people in here calling me a hacker and such. So... I just think it's funny because, you know, early access. And he's gone polygons. It's so weird. The feet and everything. It's like the main body looks fairly normal, and then that. Sock puppet Jaguar. But cool. 2 nice sized diamonds. First one was bigger, but still. Really, really cool. But yeah, so I would make note of, like, these little clusters. They all seem to be around the same points, like feed, drink, feed, rest. Like, you can see it as you go down, right? That there's, like, all these little points where multiple animals are using the same zones. You can't unsee the Zoo Tycoon 2 Jags. I mean, it is so accurate. It is so accurate. Not a hacker probably has quadruple the hours of most creators right now. I mean, I was at 9,700 and something before early access. I don't know what I'm at now. It was funny because the last time I had checked, it was 9,500, and then someone posted my Steam hours in the official Discord and was like, guess whose hours this is? And I was like, is that mine? That's gone up. But back to the mountains. Back to the mountains. And again, you'll see similar things throughout. Like, this is a really good area for feed zones. And obviously anywhere around water is going to have a lot of zones. Mel needs to buy a lottery ticket because she's the queen of luck. Nah, just hacker. Just a hacker. Do you know, there's a legendary mountain lion on this map, right? I saw him. I was at this outpost when I went to get this outpost, and I saw him here. As you can see, I have gone to all of these lakes at Puma drink time, and, you know, other drink times, hoping that I would catch a glimpse of said mountain lion. I have checked this entire, like, quarter of the map, and he's not there. Like, he's not there. I don't know where he went, but he's not there. Another level 7 burr. I really like these guys. Surprising, thank you so much for renewing your membership, man. I really, really appreciate it. 9 months. It's crazy, that. 9 months has gone by already. Thank you so, so much. I really appreciate it. Nah, just best gaming chair, obviously. Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's not, you know, never sleeping combined with obsessively playing Call of the Wild. I don't know what that was about earlier. I'm sure I'll find out through some capacity. That's a whole ass membership, baby. Lol. And K-Flow, thank you so much for becoming a member again for 9 months. 2 9 months, back to back. Thank you so much. 2 membership babies. Thank you so much. Yeah, I wish you'd been here, Teak and K-Flow, earlier when we had the trolls come in. It was very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Hey, look at that, me too. All the membership babies. I just can't believe it's been 9 months. Like, to me that feels really long. You're the OGs, still you are the OGs. 9 months. Do you know, I had something on Facebook. You know, it does the, oh, you posted this a year ago thing. Do you want to, like, reshare the post? I had one of those pop up. And it was something that I would not have thought was a year ago. I was like, there's no way that was a year ago. Another abundant markings. You know, I hadn't noticed they had the, like, the spots on the hind leg. That was pretty cool. Wish they'd give us a new lodge. Yes, I want a new lodge so bad. So bad, so bad. Will I have a video on the tapir? Yeah, today actually, Wyvern Queen, with 2 rares and a max level. Do we know about the other rares for the Jaguars other than Pseudo Mela? Yes, I also got an albino. It's in the video from yesterday. Bro was smiling before I picked him up. He's happy. Happy bear. See, that to me looks so much nicer than the Super Troll I got. But that's really nice. I like that fur. Hi, Helmer. Yeah, I'm not very good at being consistent with my lives because I'm, you know, struggle with the sleeping life. So sometimes I'm quite often just too tired to stream and I just sit here and fall asleep while I'm playing or whatever. So, yeah, but yeah, I think this fur is way nicer than the Super Troll that I got. Sea Kayak, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Oh my gosh. All the support today, guys. Holy. Gonna make me emotional. It really means a lot. It really does. You're all so kind. Thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. And if if you've got any gifted memberships today, do make sure to say thank you to the people who gifted them. Amazing. Oh, it's so amazing. I love it. I love getting to see, like, the community. It just makes me happy. Everyone is so kind. Rip YouTube and no mobile emotes? Oh, that sucks. Rip. I can make you emotional, Forkhorn. Go away. Go away. Or we will sit and we will have another debate about something nonsensical. Pause one out for K-Flow. Damn, Flinter, that's like abuse. No, it's abuse when he sends me pictures of rare birds. And it's like, hey, I just shot this by accident on Africa. How rare is it? And it's like the bird I've been hunting for thousands of freaking hours. And I'm just like, I hate you. Just a little bit, but like, that's so mean. Ban Flinter, easy. Yeah, I ban him for non-tips in Classic. Does everyone have a Mela Vicuña in the Sanctuary? Yeah, it seems like everyone's got a Mela and what looks to be a Leucistic. Rare bird in today's video later? You suck. Oh, is it the one I saw, though? Because if it's the one I saw, then I have one. And it's bigger. So. La da na na na. Are the bears all over? Yes, they are. The bears are all over, but this is my favourite area for them. That lake there, by the way, where that female is next to that Vicuña, that's where I shot the Super Troll. Right up in here. LMAO, the non-tip ban, that was so funny. It was a complete accident. It's for the bot to decide that just the word no was enough. And I'm sure there are probably people other than no motorized sport that have the word no in their profile. But no, he was the one that got banned. Messy markings, boy. Look at their claws and paws as well. They're huge paws. Bet they do some damage. Yeah, that one. Stop flexing the size of your duck. Oh, I'll have to get something else to flex at you. Tapir or something. Diamond tapir. Hi, Jumper. Good afternoon. How are you? What is a lettuce gecko? Get right. So, geckos. I like geckos. I have 6 of them. I have 6 crested geckos. They are my babies. And on one of Flinter's 24-hour streams, we were talking I don't even know how we got there, but we were talking about when people find exotic animals in produce. Like finding geckos or little lizards or even bugs like tarantulas and stuff in lettuce or fruit, you know, things that have been exported from one country into another, and somehow a little critter has made its way with said produce and is still alive. And I said that I keep seeing posts about people getting geckos, like, in their food, and I wish that it would happen to me instead of these random people that don't know what to do with them, because I would take them in and they would become my new pets, because they can't be released if, obviously, they're not native. And Flinter didn't believe it was a thing, so I had to show him articles about it. Jumbra, thank you so much for... Yeah, your YouTube's cancelled your subscription for some reason. So it's like re-becoming a member, but also just like renewing, I guess. Either way, thank you so much, Jumbra. I really appreciate it. You good mood today? It seems like that. I'm so tired, like, come on, and it's daytime too. Wait, what goes aggressive similar to black bears? The spectacle bears? I haven't had one go aggressive yet, but probably. It's the same thing, right? Jags using tiger AI. I imagine the spectacle bear use most of the same AI as black bear. Like, everything I've seen from them so far is black bear behaviour, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing. Is there a way to grind spectacle bear? Yeah, it'd be the same way as grinding, like, black bears. They're very much the exact same, so... Flinter, there are also produce spiders and frogs. Yes, see? And then people that don't know what they are. I don't want the spiders, I'll be honest, but people that don't know what they are end up with them, and they're like, I just found this. What do I do with it? And I'm like, you give it to me, and I look after it forever. One time you found a produce scorpion when you lived in Arizona? Out of loose leaf lettuce. God dang. They do go aggressive. Can't remember which YouTuber got attacked, but someone got attacked by 2 females. Ooh, that does make sense. You hate the demon-sounding vicuña? Just at least they don't have the demon legs, like they did in that, in the Dev Diary. As I said, because I would be terrified. Can I give you some extra energy, like a super luck boost type thing? Yeah, have all the energy. I'm gonna crash hard after this stream, so you can have it then. Definitely going to need to actually rest after stream. Look at these goofy lads. Judgmental face. Like, I love the way they pin their ears back, and I swear I've seen their cheeks, like, puff out, like when llamas and stuff are threatening to spit because they're unhappy. I swear I've seen them do the same thing. They're just really personable. A very, very cool animal. You'll take some energy too, please? I haven't got that much to spare. I'll have to go for a nap. Look at this. It's so pretty up here as well. Like, as well as being fantastic for long-range hunting, and, you know, being able to scope out your opportunities from a long way away, it's just pretty. Like, it really does have the right atmosphere. And that's something else that I appreciate about this map, is the way that the biomes blend, like, freaking seamlessly. When I was running around unlocking the map, I obviously was going from biome to biome to biome to biome, sort of kind of back and forth, and it never felt abrupt. It's just very well done, in my opinion. Hello. You are the next target. I love these guys. Not roe deer. So many people thought they were roe deer, and I was like, no, 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 no. Not roe deer. Very much not roe deer. About the only thing is that they don't have, like, many pointed antlers. The vicuña are very expressive. They really are, which makes them fun to hunt. Anything that has more expressions and personality becomes, in my opinion, automatically more fun to hunt. Especially if you're using a bow or a crossbow or just getting close to them for whatever reason. I just think it adds to it a lot. So gorgeous up here. Do you know, about the only thing I would have liked up here would maybe be some kind of upland bird. Like, I think that would have been really nice up here. But look at them. They're so stocky. Big rectangular bodies, big thick legs, long necks. And I was saying it in the my first impressions video. Okay, they don't have an extreme amount of pearling and stuff on the antlers, but what they do have is so detailed. I feel like the Great One Roe maybe made them have to step up their game in terms of, like, adding all the ridges and pearling and stuff to antlers, and I feel like you can really see that there. You like that the Taruca look hefty? Yeah, me too. They're very different, and I really like them for that. The Taruca look really chunky for a level 3? Yeah. Definitely, like, very, very strong looking. They definitely look like the kind of animal that could survive up here, you know? And then you have the vicuña, which are just, like, long legs, long neck. Just totally bizarre and weird in every way. And the spectacle bears, as I said, they remind me of, like, the chestnut great one black bear. That's what I think they remind me of, but, like, miniaturized. And every time I see one, I have to just have to shoot them. That's awesome, Dylan. Congratulations, man. Ghost Veil is really, really pretty. I do really like the Ghost Veil. To be honest, I like all the roe furs, though, so that's not much of a surprise. That is really awesome. But we have been going for just over 2 hours now. So I think I'm gonna call it there. Unless anyone has any more questions or anything. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them now while we sit here. But yeah, I love this map. I think it's just, I mean, look how stunning it is. And, like, you can go to all of this. I love that in a game where you can just sit back and be like, damn, I can go up there if I want. If you want, you can just run in a straight line and go over there. I'm totally not biased with the roe. No, totally not. It's not like I see them literally from my doorway some nights. Literally the other night, I have some, because I'm up above a garage, my little house. So I have, like, they're like fire stairs to get up to my door. And hanging off the edge of the stairs, I've got some flower baskets. So I was outside just watering my flowers. And I looked across into the field that's literally just outside the garden, and there was 2 roe deer. And I took some pictures, and I sent them to Flinter and Kyler, and I was like, look, there's 2 roe deer right there. So, yeah, I'm a little bit biased. I think they are just beautiful animals. Beautiful. AKA fabled dilute for the Ghost Veil. It's like a leucistic piebald. Video today, yes, we are going to have a video with 2 rare tapir and a max level. I won't say whether it makes it or not, but it is a max level. So yeah, that'll be in a few hours. Yeah, probably like 2-3 hours from now. So yeah, do male or female make diamond for tapir? I believe females will, and males are maybe a possibility. I don't know. I have seen a max level female. The biggest male I've seen is a mythical. The fact that they can get to mythical makes me suspicious that they might get there. But I think it's going to be something that we have to work out, like, as time goes on. Because it could be quite rare. It could be like Grey Fox or Gemsbok, where it's quite rare for one sex to make it, and it's more common for the other to make it. So that's something we will have to see, I think. But they are very interesting animals, and I think there's a lot more to learn with them as time goes on. But I do know that females can make it to level 9. Males are still up in the air. But yeah, it's been a fun stream, and I do apologise for the oddness that happened, sort of like halfway through. But I appreciate all the love and support so damn much, guys. Like, it really does mean a lot. It really, really does. So thank you for that, and for sticking with me through it, and, you know, being supportive while that was going on. And if you think of any other questions, even though, you know, stream is ending, do feel free to ask them in the YouTube comments, send me them on Discord. You know, I'm always available. You can ping me on Discord. If I'm asleep, I'll answer it when I wake up. More than happy to answer questions. You know, obviously, like I said, it is a privilege to have early access to the map, so I like to be able to help in whatever way I can with answering questions and stuff, because, you know, I know what it's like. You know, from when I didn't used to have early access, and I had all the questions. So, yeah, thank you so, so much for absolutely everything, for all the gifted subs. What are they? It's not Twitch. Gifted memberships. Sorry, used to Twitch talk, but yeah, all of it, or just everything. Thank you for everything, all of it. Thank you all so much. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you in the video in a couple of hours. Take care, everyone. Bye!